So then I went 2 years without using conditioner. And some of you guys wonder why my hair used to look so drastically different. Today, I am going to be discussing hair care mistakes. I really feel like I have my routine down. I feel like I know what to do with my hair, what not to do, but there are mistakes that I still make. So I'm just going to be talking about that in this video. Specifically, I'm going to be listing a bunch of hair care mistakes that I have done that have ruined my hair. And I'm going to share with you guys what to do instead. First up, using silicone-free products. A long time ago, actually not that long, like 2020, I tried the curly girl method just to see how it would work on my hair. And I know I don't have curly hair, but I just wanted to test it out. And through the curly girl method, it states to not use products with sulfates and don't use products with silicones. So just because of that, I just kind of thought that sulfates and silicones just were not good for your hair, period, no matter what hair texture you had. Now, some people avoid silicones because they're afraid of silicone buildup. When people hear that, it sounds like something that is not good. I don't know, I feel like the way that people word it online makes it sound worse than it really is. Little do they know, silicones can actually help to protect your hair. They protect your hair from heat damage, from UV exposure, from mechanical damage. They make your hair smooth. They make your hair shiny and soft, detangled. Overall, silicones are actually great for your hair. Silicones actually do form a protective layer around your hair shaft, and that protective layer prevents moisture loss, and it also reduces friction, which then in turn helps to prevent damage. There are different ways that you can incorporate silicones into your hair care routine. My favorite way to incorporate silicones is through my conditioners, hair masks, leave-in creams, serums, heat protectants. I'm not suggesting that one should completely avoid silicone-free products. There's actually a lot of hair care products that I own that have the phrase silicone-free on the front of the packaging, so it's kind of like a selling point for the product, and that does not mean that that product is not going to be effective for my hair or for your hair. Actually, a lot of products that have a selling point of being silicone free work very, very, very well for my hair. The main message that I'm trying to convey here is don't avoid a product because it has silicones. So the next mistake that I have made is avoiding products with sulfates. This is another ingredient that gets a very, very bad rap on the internet. And the thing with sulfates is that they can be a double-edged sword. While sulfates can strip your hair of its natural oils, it can also help to promote healthy and clean hair and healthy and clean scalp. How you use sulfates is going to differ based on your hair type, your scalp type, but for me, it works best if I alternate between shampoos with sulfates and shampoos without sulfates. So I use a shampoo without sulfates every 2 to 3 days, and I do that for about a week and a half. Then I'll go in with a shampoo with sulfates to do like a really deep clean, aka a clarifying wash, and that just helps to keep my scalp clean and healthy. It helps to remove any buildup that the shampoos without sulfates could not get rid of. Some of my favorite shampoos with sulfates, the Pantene Volume Shampoo, the Redken Hair Cleansing Cream, and the Garnier Pure Clean Shampoo. Depending on your hair type and your scalp type, you will be able to use them more or less often, but I think overall, usually at least every once in a while, they're pretty good for your hair. The next mistake that I made, and this is a huge mistake, is applying coconut oil to my roots and just applying it incorrectly, period. So 2 ways that I used to use coconut oil wrong. First of all, I would apply it onto my scalp. Coconut oil, although it works amazingly for your hair, like the actual lengths of your hair, which I'll get into in a minute, it is extremely comedogenic, which means that it will clog your pores. So I used to apply it on my scalp because I thought that I was oiling my scalp, and then I would get a lot of pimples around my hairline, and I would wonder where they were coming from. But actually, little did I know at the time it was from the coconut oil. So I do not apply coconut oil to my roots and my scalp anymore. Really just not worth it. I use a much more lightweight oil for my roots and scalp, and I stay far away from coconut oil. Another thing that I used to do with coconut oil is I would apply it all over my hair, including my roots and scalp, and I would sleep with it in my hair overnight. All it does is get all over my pillow and transfer to my face and make me break out. But I really thought that I was doing something. In hindsight, I feel like it was way too heavy for my hair and it was just unnecessary. So here's what I do instead. With coconut oil, I take a small amount and I rub it between my hands to melt it. And then I apply it directly to the lengths of my hair, focusing mainly on the ends where my hair is highest in porosity, but completely avoiding my roots and scalp. And I want to say I do this like at the most 30 minutes before washing, but usually I'll just do it right before I get in the shower. And this is because coconut oil helps to protect your hair from damage when you are in the shower and your hair is getting wet. So coconut oil actually penetrates the hair shaft due to its low molecular weight. It also has lauric acid, which is a fatty acid that binds to proteins in your hair shaft. That is helpful because it helps to reduce protein loss. It also helps to reduce moisture overload or like excess moisture getting into your hair shaft. It also strengthens your hair because it is binding to the proteins. I once heard that conditioner makes your hair fall out. I don't really know what made me think that was true, but someone told me that and I believed them. So then I went 2 years without using conditioner. I went 2 years literally using shampoo exclusively. I did not use leave-ins. I did not use anything, nothing. I get a lot of comments of people saying, oh, you've had a keratin treatment on your hair. Your hair did not used to look like this. I mean, I curled my hair, but just like even when my hair is straight, your hair didn't used to look like this. Your hair used to be curly. It used to be more textured. There is no physical way that you could have gone from that to this. And what I have to tell you guys is that the pictures that you are seeing of me with my hair looking somewhat wavy, I was not using conditioner. And if I was doing the curly girl method, which is not using sulfates or silicones. But for the most part, I was not using conditioner. It was drying out my hair completely. I was washing my hair every single day using shampoos that have sulfates. So all in all, conditioner is essential for maintaining healthy hair. Conditioner helps to restore moisture. It helps to improve elasticity, and it also reduces breakage by smoothing the hair cuticle. Also, it's a really great way to get silicones onto your hair, which really just help to protect your hair, smooth your hair, and strengthen your hair. Another huge hair care mistake that I have made over the years is washing my hair with cheap 99-cent shampoo, specifically VO5, which I don't even know if they make that shampoo anymore, but that is what I did for like 4 years when I was in high school. So yes, using a shampoo that has sulfates, that is cheap, that's 99 cents every single day, ruined my hair. If I had to use that shampoo, I could have just used it like once every like 4 or 5 days. I think that would have been a lot better for my hair, but using it every day was just horrible. Now, there are 2 reasons why that was a mistake. So first of all, the 99-cent shampoo that I was using, and I would say the vast majority of 99-cent shampoos in general, have sulfates. At the time, I was exclusively using one shampoo and one shampoo only. I would not alternate. And so that was me using the VO5 shampoo every single day. Because it had sulfates, it made my hair really dry, brittle, and prone to breakage. And that right there made it a mistake. The other aspect of this that made it a big mistake is the fact that the shampoo was very cheap. Now, cheap is not always bad when it comes to hair care. I think half of my favorite hair care products of all time are from the drugstore and half are high end. So I don't discriminate a hair care product based on its price, but the really cheap ones I would recommend to stay away from, just because usually, keyword usually, there are better options. One thing that I also did is I would use the VO5 conditioner, which did absolutely nothing for my hair. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. I still remember squirting the conditioner out onto my hand and it just felt like milky, watery consistency. There was no slip to it at all. Another mistake that I made was not using bond repair products. These products like Olaplex and K18 help to build and repair the hair's internal structure, especially if you have undergone any sort of chemical treatment to your hair or heat styling or just any type of damage like mechanical damage. Now, I have always used Olaplex. I first used Olaplex in like 2018, 2019. I stopped using it for a while, but then I picked it back up. I've been using it consistently for about 2 years. I recently started to use K18. Recently, as in like last month. So right now I'm alternating between those two brands. So for K18, to start off, I use a clarifying shampoo from my roots to my ends. Bear with me. Usually I just shampoo the roots, and then I will do that twice. So I'll shampoo twice. I'll wring out all of the excess water from my hair in the shower. I will apply K18 to my hair in the shower, all from the roots to the ends. I'll put that up in a claw clip and leave it in for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, then I will go in with a hair mask. I don't even rinse out the K18. I just leave it in, and then I put the hair mask over it after 4 minutes. And then after about 3 minutes of the hair mask being on my hair, then I rinse out my hair. My hair feels amazing after I use it. It also feels amazing after I use Olaplex. The bond repair products really help to keep my hair healthy, despite the fact that I heat style, I brush my hair more than I should probably. So definitely one of the most important products that I use on my hair that I did not use for a long time. Another mistake that I've made with my hair is thinking that hair masks are unnecessary. Hair masks are probably now my #1 favorite hair care type product to use, and before I never used hair masks, so they transform my hair. Hair masks make my hair so soft, so shiny. It's like a conditioner times 10. The amazing thing about hair masks is that there are so many affordable options out there. Actually, I think that there are more affordable hair masks that work really well than there are affordable conditioners that work really well. Hair masks provide intense moisture, intense repair. They keep your hair healthy. They make your hair soft and smooth and shiny. One of my favorite hair masks, this actually went viral on TikTok, is the Fino Premium Touch Hair Mask. I also like the Tsubaki Moisture Repair Hair Mask. I think that's what it's called. It's like in the gold container. Also, I like to use a hair mask with my clarifying shampoo to make my hair extra shiny and extra soft. And sometimes when I'm using a sulfate-free shampoo, I'll then go in with a conditioner, and then if I want like extra shine and softness, then I'll go in with a hair mask. But I don't use a hair mask every wash day, because if I were to do that every single time I wash my hair, it would weigh my hair down just because they are on the thicker side. So the next mistake is that I would sleep with wet hair. This is something that I used to do every single day. Just to provide some background on this, and honestly on a lot of the hair care mistakes that I've made throughout the years, I have ADHD, and how this plays into me sleeping with wet hair is just that a lot of times things that I did to my hair that were mistakes, I did them because they were too mundane, they were too boring. And someone with ADHD, they dread doing things that feel mundane, that do not provide dopamine. Blow drying my hair was not something that really provided dopamine for me, so therefore I wanted to avoid it, and therefore I would sleep with wet hair. Either that, or I would just put it off until the very end of the day because of the ADHD, because of the procrastination, and then I wouldn't have enough time to blow dry my hair before I go to bed. So anyway, I would sleep with wet hair for a lot of my life, and it's just horrible for your hair. First of all, it can lead to breakage and fungal infections. Apparently, this isn't something I didn't know, but it can lead to fungal infections due to the prolonged damp environment. Yuck. But also it can lead to significant damage on your hair, because when your hair is wet, it is extremely fragile. It's much more prone to breakage. The friction from your pillowcase onto your hair, it doesn't matter if you have a silk pillowcase or whatever, if you're sleeping with wet hair, any amount of friction can lead to damage. I used to do this all the time, but now I always blow dry my hair before I go to bed. I just force myself to do it because it's not worth the damage. This is another mistake that I used to do, and this is tying my hair in a messy bun when my hair was wet. Can you just imagine doing this every single day on your hair while simultaneously using a shampoo with sulfates every single day, while avoiding using conditioner on your hair every day, topping all of that off by putting my hair in a messy wet bun? And some of you guys wonder why my hair used to look so drastically different, it was because of that. So I think it just goes without saying, putting your hair in a bun or in any hairstyle for that matter, when it is wet, is going to damage your hair. It doesn't impact the roots per se. So my hair, it was still growing as I was doing this. The ends, however, were absolutely ruined. They were very textured, not because I have wavy hair, but because they were so freaking dry and brittle and damaged. Wet hair is just more elastic, more prone to damage, more prone to breakage, which is why you should really never put your hair through that type of thing when it's wet, if you can help it. This is a huge mistake, and actually it's something that I was excited to share with you guys in this video because it's something that I think a lot of people do not understand, and it is something that really hurt my hair in the past. And this is just not understanding the impact of the sun on your hair. As you guys can see, my hair is pretty much all one color. If you go back to my old videos, I'll even try to put pictures here. My hair used to be darker at the top and significantly lighter at the bottom. There would even be some strands that looked blonde. That is how light it would get at the bottom. I don't know what I thought. I really just thought that my hair just grew like that. I thought that, you know, I just had a natural balayage in my hair. When I would go to get my hair cut, hairdressers honestly believed that I had a balayage, and when I told them that I didn't, I don't think that they believed me. But I guess you could even consider it a balayage just with the amount of damage that the sun was doing to my hair. So all that to say, sun exposure can lead to damaged hair cuticles. It can lead to dryness and it can lead to color fading, which is exactly what it was doing to my hair. This was a mistake, but it was also just ignorance on my part. I didn't apply products to my hair at all, let alone anything to protect it from the sun. In the summer, I thought that like my hair getting lighter was so cool and like pretty, when in reality, my hair was getting so damaged. Now what I like to use on my hair in the summer is Olaplex No. 6 bonding cream. On the lengths of my hair, when I go outside, I actually keep this in my purse. So I apply it on my hair along with the sunscreen that goes on my face to avoid damage at the ends of my hair. And as you can see, the ends of my hair, they're pretty much the same color as my roots, and that's because I'm finally protecting them from the sun. Now there's a few more mistakes that I want to discuss. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these mistakes just because I've been here yapping for about 2 hours now, so I'm just going to briefly touch on them, and they're pretty self-explanatory anyway. This one kind of goes into the 99-cent shampoo mistake, but this is just overwashing. I literally used to wash my hair once a day sometimes, and this is going to blow your mind. Sometimes I would wash my hair twice a day. This is another topic for another video, but I also have OCD. So I don't want to get into it in this video, but there's a lot of things about my OCD that play into how I have taken care of my hair in the past. I would think that if I got even a little bit dirty, I would need to wash my hair. And let's just like forget the OCD aspect of it, because I'm sure the majority of you watching this video don't have OCD. I'm not here to help people with OCD. I'm just telling you guys like the background of why I did that, why I sometimes wash my hair twice a day with a shampoo with sulfates. Not good. That was a mistake because it's just stripping your hair of its natural oils and it's leaving your hair super dry. And then once again, I've said this before in the video, but I'll say it again. You wonder why my hair looked like that years ago. It was because of the way that I was taking care of it. Another mistake that I made, thinking that heat protectants were useless. Heat protectants, they're just essential. Like if you're going to use heat on your hair, you need to use a heat protectant. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It needs to be something that you are using, and there are so many great heat protectants at affordable prices. So if you are going to be using heat on your hair, there is really no excuse to not use a heat protectant. All right, another thing, obviously I'm not a doctor here, but just making sure that I'm taking my multivitamin and that I am taking iron, because low iron, low ferritin, those are things that can contribute to increased hair shedding. This is not medical advice. I'm just telling you from my experience because I have low ferritin, or if I have had low ferritin before. Also, I have been breastfeeding for the last almost 4 years now. That requires me to take a multivitamin every single day just so that I can supplement my nutrition and my vitamins and everything like that, because all of that does impact the health of your hair. I'll leave it at that. Another thing, you guys are probably so tired of hearing me talk about this because I've talked about it so many times, so I'm just going to very briefly mention it, but this is just exclusively air drying my hair. For me, blow drying is better for my hair than air drying because my hair, when it's wet, it is extremely prone to damage and breakage. It is very elastic. It's very stretchy. Any sort of friction on it is going to damage my hair. So that's why I prefer to blow dry it. Not only does it help to keep my hair healthy because it's not wet for as long, but it also allows me to go longer in between washes, because when you blow dry your hair, it takes longer for your hair to get oily. The next mistake that I've made with my hair is not using enough products. So I used to think that like less is more when it comes to hair. And I think that when it comes to certain aspects of hair, yes, less is more. However, as I move forward in my hair care journey and I learn more about hair and I try new products and everything like that, I experience different things with my hair. I have just come to the realization more and more that it's not so much that less is more when it comes to hair. It's not so much that more is more when it comes to hair. That phrase is pretty much irrelevant as it pertains to my hair. I mean, there are certain products where less is more when you're applying them. And this, of course, is going to vary depending on your hair type and your scalp type. But I just feel like overall, the more products that I have incorporated into my hair care routine, the better my hair has felt. Now, the very last mistake that I have made in the past is kind of just something that I feel like I've just covered in this video generally, but the idea is just that when growing out my hair, the mistake that I used to make was focusing exclusively on the roots and scalp and neglecting the ends of my hair. So today, now with my hair care routine, I'm trying to continue to grow out my hair, but I'm doing it a little bit differently. So instead of focusing on the roots and on the scalp exclusively, I am actually mainly focusing on the ends by being consistent with using bond repair products, by consistently applying creams to my hair before I go in the sun, by protecting my hair with serums and or creams before I go to bed, protecting my hair before I wash it, protecting my hair after I wash it, always using a heat protectant. And that is how I am maintaining the ends of my hair. To maintain my scalp health, to promote better hair growth, I pretty much just like to be consistent with washing my hair so that my scalp doesn't get too oily. And then I also am just continuing to oil my scalp because that can be helpful for the health of your scalp and hair growth. Just trying to incorporate ingredients like rosemary oil into my scalp, even though I know that those products are not, or that like ingredient, it's not going to 150% make your hair grow faster. Like, I mean, there was a study done, of course, I've been over this a million times. There was a study done that says it helped people with androgenetic alopecia grow out their hair. I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket, if that makes sense. I don't want to put all of my bets on the fact that rosemary oil will grow out my hair. So I incorporate it when I can. It doesn't irritate my scalp. It's not going to hurt it. But mainly I am focusing on the ends, and it is really, really paying off. So there you go. These are all of the mistakes that I've made on my hair. Hopefully you guys learned a few things. Hopefully you're going to make some changes to your hair care routine where you can to help promote healthier hair and healthier hair growth. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If I mentioned a product and you want to check it out, it is linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.